So let's see what's coming up for Libra. Something about making a decision is kind of eluding you, Libra. You're having a hard time making a decision. And, you know, sometimes for Libras, decision making or indecision is an issue for you guys. Because Libra represents the scales, you're always trying to find the middle ground. You're always trying to say, should I go left or right? How do you bring these things into balance? And with this card showing up, Two of Swords, I'm especially seeing it around the new moon. We start off June with the new moon on the 4th. And this card can be considered dilemma. Having swords represent the mental elements, so truths, decisions, ideas, knowledge. You're having a hard time deciding between one way or the other. And so you're actually just deciding to check out, to blindfold yourself. This card can sometimes be called willfully blind. It can also represent peace or stasis or stagnancy, but you're having a hard time making a decision, so therefore you're not making one. And there may be someone who's showing up as dishonest in the situation. So the sense I'm getting for you, Libra, is, should I do this? Should I not do this? Would that be considered dishonest? Would that be, you know, cutting corners or being engaging in any kind of criminal activity? I actually see it as that you are not wanting to do the thing that is immoral or unjust or incorrect or criminal, because you'd rather just like check out of it than actually participate in any of this. You're kind of being surrounded by it, but you're kind of engaged in a little bit of a moral dilemma. Do I participate in this? Do I cast it off? Seven of Swords is, you know, me behavior, what's called open dishonor. And it's just somebody trying to get away with something. So the sense I get is that you're going to have a hard time making a decision about that. You're kind of engaged in a moral dilemma. The way out of Two of Swords energy at the beginning of the month, though, is to take action, you know, to trust yourself, to trust what your feelings are regarding this, Libra. You're usually more of a more mental sign regarding the mind. But with this new moon showing up around June 4th, see if you can trust your gut on that. See if you can go into, what do your emotions tell you about it? I'd like you to not be cynical in regards to that decision, because Six of Cups in the reverse position says, in the upright position, it's innocence, it's love, it's kindness, it's charity. It's like two kids giving each other flowers and the innocence of that. It's love. It's often sentimentality. All these lilies represent innocence and purity. In the reverse position, Six of Cups can mean cynicism, not trusting. It can mean close-heartedness. It can mean not believing in the goodness of others, not seeing their childlike nature. It can mean having a closed heart. So be careful, especially in making a decision, Libra, especially too regarding groups or other people, collaborative works. Three of Coins in the reverse position says, well, first of all, Three of Coins in the upright position is collaborative work. It can mean multiple streams of income. It's creativity. It's bringing in multiple elements to create more money, to create more product, to create more assets. This guy's building a church, and or a cathedral, and it's really the collaboration of the worker, the architect, and the person who's going to be using the building that brings together this Three of Coins energy. It's often said to be the artist card too. It's the artisan who's collaborating, making things through group effort. In the reverse position, it's saying, I'm not willing to collaborate. I'm fearful or doubtful about group efforts, about financial creativity. I don't want to work on things together. I'm nervous about it. It's saying, you know, I'm reading with these cards together, you're maybe having a hard decision, Libra, because of mistrust. I mean, there's criminal activity, there's cynicism, there's not engaging in group activities. So I can see why you might be having a hard decision. I'm going to say again, trust your gut on it. Take action and see if you can be open. That's the number one thing, especially with working with other people. That's the number one thing that I'm going to say, is that by confronting something, instead of being cynical and withdrawing from it, instead of not engaging or checking out or being willfully blind, see if you can take action, confront things, put down. In this card, if you put down one of the swords and have just one sword, you're in alignment with the truth. That's when you take action. That's when you become the person who holds the sword of the truth. And that's when the nonsense gets cut through. So take action, but be open. In the middle of the month, you have a couple different things going on. Four of Cups here represents the world wants to hand something to you that you're going to love. Cups energy represents the heart, and emotions. This says come out of the shadows. Don't be afraid to show up, and don't be afraid to put yourself in a position to receive something. Often the lesson of this card is that Three of Cups misses out on something because they're so focused on what already exists, on how things are, that they block themselves from receiving this extra cup from the universe that it wants to hand to you. So be open to love. Be open to what the world is trying to give you that's emotionally fulfilling. I see that there is perhaps or potentially a King card here that is not to your benefit here. This could be a fire sign, which is Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, and they're in the reverse position, especially in regards to the home. So that this says there's like an old crankety man in the house, whether that's an authority figure, like whether that's a grandfather or a father or an uncle or a parent or even a spouse. There's someone who is in the house that is putting the house out of order. It is not a place of openness to you right now. I'm going to say that for right now, trusting your instincts, connecting with High Priestess energy. She's someone who's very balanced. She has these two columns that she sits between and accesses inner knowledge and inner information through trusting her gut. And she's very receptive. She listens. She quiets down and is open to receiving information. This card, Four of Cups, the opportunity here is to being open to receiving something that fills your heart. Where that's not happening right now is in the home. Both of these cards are in reverse. There's some sort of fire that's going on regarding a property or a home or the fortress, the foundation. It's kind of fiery there right now, Libra. So I'm gonna encourage you to not engage with what's going on here. See if you can just be open outside of it and be receptive and listen and open your heart, because this is not to your benefit. This King of Wands is not giving you good advice. He's not being supportive or helpful to you right now. This could even just be someone who is around your home, like a neighbor, or it could be a lawyer that represents your property manager, anything, a boss, anything that calls your home into question. And then towards the end of them, so stay open and listen from the outside, Libra. That's what the middle of the month says for you. And then towards the end of the month, you're going to recover from something. Things are going to get easier as you stand up for your beliefs. There is a way in which you are kind of losing hope through. It's interesting too, because this kind of echoes what was going on with Three of Coins up there. You're losing hope in relation to this contract or joint finances. Star in the upright position represents being vulnerable, showing up as who you really are, showing your natural place in the universe and connecting with nature. Star is radiant through just being who she is, stripped down to being bare naked and just being content with herself and really showing her vulnerable side and showing up as she is. That's how she displays her radiance. And she often represents hope and optimism. So in the reverse position, it may say that you're not seeing the hope in the situation. You're kind of losing hope in it. And this card, Two of Coins, is about joint finances. It's about juggling things. It's about having just enough money to get by. It's about, can be about communication or dialogue regarding finances or assets or possessions. It's saying you know, I keep seeing something here where you're not wanting to engage with another person because you don't trust them, or you're losing hope towards having enough to survive on, that you're losing hope in this joint financial arrangement. But I also see that you're going to recover from something. This is I'll call a bailout card. It can be called health or science or recovery. It depicts someone who's helping someone go from stormy seas to smoother horizons. So this can be literal in terms of travel. This could be depicted for you, or it could just be you rescuing yourself from stormy seas. You pushing the boat away from the dock to get somewhere where the horizon is smoother, where, it's blue skies. So this could be you helping yourself, Virgo, or it could be that someone else is helping you. I'm sorry, Libra. I just said Virgo. I meant Libra. It could be you helping yourself, or you helping someone else, or being helped by someone else. In any case, there's someone here who's recovering and healing from something. It could be that you're losing hope in these joint finances, and this is where you cut your losses and you say, I'm moving on. This is standing up for your ideals. This is saying, I know it's true for me. Page of Swords stands on the top of the hill, holds that sword. It's funny. It's almost like by the end of the month of June, Libra, you go from this place of indecision. I don't want to decide. I don't want to confront it. I don't want to look at it too. I know it's true for me. I know what I'm willing to stand up for my own truth. I'm willing to declare what's true. I have a commitment to what I believe in. So it's an interesting evolution for you from the beginning of June to the end of June, Libra. The one thing I'm going to say here is keep an open mind. Listen. Be willing to not be cynical. That is what will trap you. If you stay completely within yourself and just check out, blindfold yourself and not be open to what you could receive, that will create stagnancy for you in June, Libra. But if you are able to trust your instincts, be open and receptive, not given to cynicism, be willing to collaborate with other people, then you're gonna end up in a place of recovery and standing in your own truth.